So you think that amnesty would actually help out in this case?
Of course, if you say, okay, they kill people, they bomb people, yes, that's true. But how do you start it? Where do you, what is your special interest? The bloodletting to continue forever? Or you open a little window of opportunity to encourage people to come forward. After all, they started getting one splinter group after the other. But the government shunned them. Don't forget, 2 years ago, there were attempts by some people to reconcile the two sides. Government people, for their own self-interest, went and leaked the information in advance. One of the Boko Haram operatives who was sent to talk ended up being detained, his colleague being shot. And they were complaining about some of these things. And they laid some conditions before. Everybody ignored it. That's why the thing now escalated like a mustard seed. Now spread from little place in Maiduguri town, now to covering almost all Nigeria, including our neighboring states.
Yeah, but if you go by part of what we hear, which is in the news, that they want to Islamize Nigeria, is that part of what they should consider while granting the amnesty?
Well, I don't know about that. You see, everywhere people have a crisis, they make maximum demand. It's part of human nature. Something that is not acceptable, you still say it. All right? Now go back to 1948 today, the Israeli-Palestinian crisis. Everybody took a stand. What they are saying, definitely, immediately, yeah, it doesn't make sense. But everybody stuck to his guns simply because they did not see the light at the end of the tunnel. If somebody comes down, there's going to be peace. But as long as, for example, Israel continues to enjoy the occupation of Golan Heights, West Bank, Jerusalem, and so on and so forth, they take that stand, that it is a greater Sumeria of 2,000-something years ago, while the other people say they are not going to recognize that place. So you have two extreme parallel lines. Somewhere along the line, somebody has to give in. So if somebody come and say he's going to Islamize Nigeria, or he's going to Christianize Nigeria, or he's going to make every Nigerian a Hausa man or a Shekiri person, you know, he himself knows what he's talking about.
Okay.
It is not going to work.
What role do you think the governors in that region can play in this matter?
Is it really the governors themselves? The governors are victims like anybody else. Don't forget, a deputy governor was killed there. Many commissioners were taken away, many traditional rulers, many imams, and many churches were attacked, marketplaces were attacked, banks were attacked. Everybody there is a victim. So who is the godfather? Who is the super person who can do something? That's federal government. That's the one that is the control of all means of coercion.
But we all can't keep looking at
okay, you have federal government, no?
You have state governments, local governments. They all exist.
When you have state government that cannot, on paper, a governor and chief security officer.
They have so much funds
and
capabilities. They can't keep waiting for the federal government. Yeah, is that not why we are where we are today?
Hold on, Chamberlain. You see, I don't believe in what they call state police. Oh. I grew up to see local government police. I know what they did in their time. And when people are talking of state police, it's really they are passing a vote of no confidence in this central control. Federal control of everything, all means of coercion are under federal government. They have the guns, they have the power to hold all these things and so on. Army, police, Navy, Air Force, every one of them, immigration, custom and so on, they are all under federal. And if you accuse some of this, part of this crisis in northeastern part of the country, you say some people are even infiltrating from neighboring countries. Who's in charge of Nigerian border? Who's anybody? Is it a state governor or what? The federal government. When you put Nigerian police to investigate, to gather intelligence, under who is their commander-in-chief? So these are some of the issues. Unless there is a change of attitude from both ends, the conqueror and the conqueror and the conquest, the one conquered, there must be a compromise. There must be a meeting point, and these are the issues we are looking forward to. If federal government want to do the right thing, I'm sure they know. Mr. President should show leadership. He should not be selective. He should not talk in the way like he talked in Maiduguri. These are elders. Shetima Alumanguno was one of the first parliamentarians still alive. I think he became a member of parliament back in 1953. That's 60 years ago. And under Gawan, he was a minister who represented that, what they call Northeast, when we had 12 states. Okay? Right. He is one of the people, he still have the courage, he still have the mental ability to read the statement, only to be told, mind your own business, I'm not going to do this, I challenge you. I mean, that's not how, that's not Nigerian way of doing things.